It's a beautiful day for a walk through the neighborhood, isn't it? The sun is shining, and it feels great to be outside.
It really is a perfect day. I'm so glad we decided to leave the car at home and walk to the library instead. It's nice to take things slowly.
I agree. You notice so much more about your surroundings when you are walking. You see the little details, like the flowers in someone's garden, or, whoa, be careful!
David, are you okay? You almost fell. What happened?
I'm fine. I just didn't see that massive crack in the sidewalk. My foot got caught, and I nearly tripped over.
Let me see. Oh my goodness, that's not just a small crack. A whole section of the pavement is broken and raised up.
I know. It's like a little mountain in the middle of the sidewalk. No wonder I tripped. It's in a very awkward spot.
You are lucky you didn't twist your ankle. That looks really dangerous. I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out.
This is a serious hazard. We should probably stand here for a moment and make sure we know exactly where the damage is.
Good idea. Let's take a proper look at this. This is more than just a simple repair job. The concrete is completely shattered.
So, let's analyze the problem. The main issue is that this large piece of concrete is lifted up by about 2 inches. It creates a very uneven surface.
I see that. And the edges of the broken concrete are very sharp and jagged. If someone did fall, they could get a very nasty cut.
And look at all the smaller cracks around it. The whole square of pavement looks unstable. It seems like it could break apart even more.
I think the roots from this big tree next to the sidewalk are probably the cause. The roots are growing underneath and pushing the pavement up.
That makes a lot of sense. It's a common problem, but it doesn't make it any less dangerous. Imagine someone elderly walking here.
I know. An older person who might not be able to see it clearly could have a very serious fall. It would be terrible.
Or think about someone pushing a baby stroller or a wheelchair. Their wheel could get stuck in that crack and they could be thrown forward.
You are right. And what about at night? It's not very well lit on this street. It would be almost impossible to see this hazard in the dark.
This is a real accident waiting to happen. It's not something that we can just ignore and walk past.
I agree completely. Someone should really do something to fix this before a person gets seriously hurt.
You said someone should fix this, and that is absolutely true. But who is that someone?
Well, I mean, the city, I suppose. The people who are responsible for maintaining the streets and the sidewalks.
Exactly. But the city is a very big organization. They can't know about every single crack on every single street.
That's a good point. They can't have inspectors walking around every neighborhood every day. There are thousands of miles of sidewalks in this city.
So, how do they find out about problems like this? How do they know what needs to be repaired?
I guess they rely on people to tell them. The citizens who live in the neighborhoods and see these problems every day have to report them.
So, when you said someone, that someone is actually us. We're the ones who have noticed the problem, so we're the ones who should report it.
I suppose you are right. It is our civic duty. It feels like a very responsible adult thing to do, but I have no idea how to do it.
Me neither, to be honest. I have never reported a broken sidewalk before, but I am sure we can figure it out.
Do we have to call someone or visit an office? It sounds like it could be a very complicated and time-consuming process.
I don't think it will be too complicated. Most cities have systems in place to make this kind of thing easy for residents. We just need to find the right department to contact.
Who do you think is responsible for this? Is it the person who owns that house? The sidewalk is right in front of their property.
That's a common question. In most places, the homeowner is responsible for keeping the sidewalk clear of snow and ice, but the city is responsible for major repairs to the pavement itself.
How do you know that?
I remember reading an article about it a while ago. The sidewalk is considered public property, so the local government has to maintain it.
That's good to know. So we don't need to bother the homeowner. We need to contact the city. Which department of the city handles this?
My best guess would be the Department of Public Works. They are usually in charge of all the physical infrastructure, like roads, bridges, and sidewalks.
The Department of Public Works. That sounds right. So, do we just look up their phone number and give them a call?
We could probably do that, but calling can sometimes mean being put on hold for a long time. It might not be the most efficient way.
So, what is a better way? Is there another option we can try first?
I think our best bet is to use the internet. Most city governments have very detailed websites now. Let's start there.
Okay, using the internet seems like a smart and modern way to handle this. You have your smartphone with you, right?
I do. I have it right here in my pocket. I have a good data connection. Let me open up a web browser.
What should you search for? Should you just search for Department of Public Works?
I will start with a more general search. I am just going to type in the name of our city, followed by the words, report a problem. That should lead us to the right place.
That's a very clever search. It's a good way to find the main portal for all kinds of issues.
Okay, I have the search results. The very first link looks promising. It says, City Services and Problem Reporting. I'm going to click on that one.
What does the page look like? Is it easy to understand?
Yes, it looks very user-friendly. There are different categories with pictures. There's a button for potholes, one for broken streetlights, and yes, here it is, a button for sidewalk and curb issues.
That is exactly what we need. This is much easier than I thought it would be. So what happens when you click on that button?
Let me see. It takes me to a new page. It looks like an online form that we can fill out. This is great. We can do everything right here on my phone.
An online form is perfect. It means we can be very specific and give them all the information they need in writing.
I am looking at the online form now. It seems very straightforward. It has several boxes that we need to fill in.
What is the first piece of information they are asking for? I am curious to see what they need to know.
The first and most important section is about the location of the problem. We need to tell them exactly where this broken sidewalk is.
That makes sense. They can't fix it if they can't find it. What kind of location details do they need?
It asks for the street address. We should look at the house that is right next to the crack. I can see the number on their door. It's 42 Oak Street.
Okay, so we can enter that address. Is there anything else?
It also asks for the nearest cross street, which is helpful for them to pinpoint the location. The last street we passed was Maple Avenue.
So we can say on Oak Street near the corner of Maple Avenue. That is very precise. They will definitely be able to find it with that information.
The form also has a little map. I can drop a pin on the exact spot on the sidewalk. This is a very well-designed system.
It is very impressive. What is the next section of the form?
The next section is for a description of the problem. We need to explain what is wrong with the sidewalk.
Okay, the description of the problem. We need to be very clear and specific here so they understand why it is an urgent issue.
I agree. It's not enough to just say the sidewalk is broken. We should describe the damage in detail, just like we did earlier.
Let's think about the best words to use. We should mention that a large piece of the concrete is raised or uneven. That is a key detail.
Good point. And we should also mention that the cracks are wide and that the edges are sharp or jagged.
And we must emphasize that it is a tripping hazard. That is a very important phrase to use. It communicates that the problem is a danger to public safety.
Public safety hazard. That's another good phrase. We should also mention the groups of people who are most at risk, like the elderly or people with strollers.
That is an excellent idea. It adds a human element to the report and shows why it is so important to fix it quickly.
Now, look at this. This is a great feature. The form has a button that says, Upload a photo. We can take a picture of the damage right now and attach it to the report.
That is fantastic. A picture is worth 1,000 words. It will show them exactly how bad the problem is. Let's take a good, clear photo.
I will take one from a low angle to really show how much the pavement is lifted up. And I'll take another one from further away to show the context of the tree and the street.
Okay, you have taken some very clear photos. Now we just need to write the description and put it all together in the form.
I can type it into my phone if you help me with the wording. How should we start the description?
Let's start by being direct. We can say, there is a large, dangerous crack in the sidewalk at this location.
Okay, I have typed that. What should we add next? Let's talk about the cause and the details.
We can say, a large section of the concrete has been pushed up by tree roots, creating a significant and uneven tripping hazard of about 2 inches.
That is very clear and professional language. I am typing that now. Significant and uneven tripping hazard. Perfect.
Now let's add the part about the danger it poses. We can say, This is a serious safety risk for all pedestrians, especially for elderly residents, children, and people using wheelchairs or strollers.
I am adding that. That is a very important sentence. It shows that we are thinking about the whole community.
Should we add anything else? I think we have covered all the main points. The description is detailed, and the photos will show the rest.
I think it's perfect. It's short, but it contains all the necessary information. I am uploading the 2 photos we took now. The upload is complete.
Great. So the form is all filled out. The location is precise, the description is clear, and we have photographic evidence.
We are almost done. The last section of the form is for our contact information. It says this part is optional.
Should we provide our names and email addresses, or should we submit it anonymously?
I think it is a good idea to provide our information. It shows that we are real residents who are genuinely concerned. And it says they will send us an update on the case if we provide an email address.
Oh, an update would be great. I would love to know when they are planning to fix it. Okay, you can put in your name and email address.
I have just done that. So I think we are ready to submit the report. I'm going to press the big Submit button at the bottom of the page. Here we go.
Did it work? Is it submitted?
Yes, I just got a confirmation page. It says, "Thank you for your report. Your request has been successfully submitted."
That is wonderful. I am so glad it was that easy. Look, what is that number on the screen?
It says, "Your reference number is," and then there is a long number. It advises us to keep this number for our records. I will take a screenshot of this page.
A reference number is very important. It means we can call them in a few weeks if nothing has happened, and we can give them that exact number to track our report.
Exactly. It makes the whole system accountable. We have proof that we submitted the report today.
Well, I feel a great sense of accomplishment. We saw a problem, we figured out how to report it, and we did it.
I feel the same way. It was much easier and faster than I expected. That whole process only took us about 10 minutes.
It just shows that we shouldn't be afraid to get involved. Sometimes we see problems and we just assume that someone else will take care of them.
But today, we were that someone else. It feels good to be an active and responsible member of the community. We have done a good thing today.
We have. And hopefully, because of our report, this dangerous spot will be repaired soon. And maybe we have prevented someone from having a nasty fall.
I really hope so. It makes our walk to the library even more meaningful. We didn't just walk, we made a positive contribution to our neighborhood.
I am going to remember how to do this. If I ever see another problem, like a broken streetlight or a big pothole in the road, I will know exactly what to do.
Me too. The city's website was so easy to use. It's great that technology can make civic engagement so accessible to everyone.
It really is. Well, our good deed for the day is done. Shall we continue our walk to the library?
Absolutely. Let's continue. But let's walk around that big crack very carefully one last time.